In this Dreamtime sail episode, we leave beautiful Lady Musgrave Island to sail north to a reef anchorage at Masthead Island.
Along the way we see dolphins, marlin jumping and haul in some nice fish to top up our food supplies.
A change in the weather forecast makes us reconsider our plans.
And make sure you watch through to the end, where in Our Galley I show you how simple it is to make beautiful sushi rolls on board. It's so easy, even Rob could do it.
That's why I'm in the wind. That's where you'll find me. I'm in the wind, long, long gone. Let me tell you, a new day begins. Where nothing binds me. I'm letting go of all that's ever been. I'm in the wind.
Another early start. We're heading off to Masthead Island, and there's a couple of other boats there heading off to Pancake Creek. So we're going out on slack water. We are hoping this time around we still don't have a rush of water coming at us, but however, we will be going with it this time. So we're much better than our entry. Cross fingers.
Okay, the sun's about to pop up in the sky in a few minutes, I'd say. We've got plenty of light. We're making our way to the channel to leave Lady Musgrave Island Lagoon. We've got Hilda May and Lenina in front of us. So we're not the pioneer, we're the follower. Karen's up on the bow getting plenty of sunrise and anchorage footage. Coming in, we thought it might be a bit spirited up there for her to be hanging on with one hand and having to use radio with the other, etc. We thought the calmer job would have been on the helm for Karen, and I went forward. Didn't quite work out that way. The shoulder's been paying for it the last few days. She got very active on the wheel when that the countercurrent near the edge of the coral absolutely grabbed our Dreamtime and just tried to suck it straight into the coral wall. She did a great job to keep us off that. We didn't get close enough for Karen to get a bit concerned. Close enough for me to get quite concerned. Gorgeous morning.
And here she comes. Beautiful sun. Good morning, everybody. I hope your day is as wonderful as ours is going to be.
Karen, I was just following them. I've decided I'm going to cut across onto our track so I know what I've got.
Absolutely. You're following the track that we made before, not the one that I came in on over.
Just the one you came in on from the marker up. Once I get there, I'm going to line up in the centre of the channel.
Tim has picked up speed, so
I will be doing the same.
You see how Lenina is crabbing along at the moment, and Tim has also crabbed the other way, so that's that run which you can hardly see is really pulling at their keels. Over.
Roger that, I'm ready for it.
Conditions are lovely. There's not much current at all. So waiting that bit longer. And the fact it's a bit of a higher low this time, so there's very little of the reef exposed, so the water's running out, it's to run over the reef. All the water doesn't have to rush out this one channel.
Goodbye, Lady Musgrave. This boat picked up a mooring on the outside of the reef last night. They had a beautiful stay because it was just glassed out, just perfect.
I have to say though, in this light, despite the fact the water's clear as crystal, cannot see any of the coral at all. So we're working on purely on the chart, electronic chart. Actually, we're working on our track. We've come through more to the middle than when we came in. Yes, Rich. Probably about 20 degrees to port. Not a problem, it has been a pleasure.
So we say goodbye to our new sailing buddies. They're heading to Pancake Creek and we're going to take the less known route up to Masthead Island. We really enjoyed Masthead Island last time. We actually got some lobster. So if the water is warm enough, Rob will probably say no, but if it's warm enough, get in the water and let's get some lobster for dinner tonight and champagne. Feels like some wind is arriving earlier than we expected. That'll be nice if we get a sailing breeze.
Jenny as well. Four sails up. Still an engine though, because we're making a lot of this wind, but the sails have been giving us about 0.7 of a knot across the 48.5 mile distance we're doing today. That makes a difference of about 20 minutes to the time we get in. I'll take it. Hello, mate. You are beautiful.
Been 4.5 hours of motor on and motor sailing, but finally the wind has filled into about 10 knots and we are sailing along beautifully without that engine.
Marlin jumping in the distance there, not sure whether you'll see it on this DJI Osmo, but unbelievable, it's leaping out of the water. There we go!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're out of the green zone. Get it in.
We are about half a mile out of the green zone.
To be safe, yes. But let's get it in. We've been seeing fish chop up, water everywhere around us, so fresh fish tonight, along with lobster that you're going to go and get at Masthead.
See, we're going to be there at dusk.
Oh, but honey, you always get me lobster at Masthead.
Been there once and I got lobster. That doesn't mean I got that would repeat. And it's going to be near enough to dusk for me to think to be hungry tigers, sharks.
Okay. Well, fresh fish will have to be.
Phone service! Calling all phone service! Okay, I've got weather. It's changed.
What?
Well, when I was waving the phone around out there, I got 1 bar of service. We're off Gladstone.
Yeah.
And what it's done is it's given me the weather at Lady Musgrave, and it's significantly changed on what we had yesterday. And we got some more dinner.
The main change has been what?
Well, basically what it's saying is that tonight, at around 8ish, it's supposed to go westerly at around 13 to 15 knots.
Yep.
And then at 4 o'clock in the morning, it goes southerly at 15 to 20 knots.
Okay.
That's what's happening at Lady Musgrave, which was where we left.
Sure.
We're going to be 48 miles further north, but it's the only weather we've got to go on, and you'd have to expect that if it's going to be that strong westerly there, it's still going to be westerly up here at Masthead Island, where we expect it to anchor.
Sure. And the anchorage that we had decided we're going to is Anchorage B in Noel Patrick's Curtis Coast. And that basically says that we're a southeasterly for 20 knots, but not good for westerly at all because it would then be a lee shore for this reef. Yeah.
So I think the smartest deal is to continue on to Dreamtime Island.
Yeah.
We've been there plenty of times. We know that the north side is a wide open approach, and there will be some protection from the west. And certainly full protection when it goes south.
We'll have good sailing weather anyway with the westerly.
Well, it'll be an upwind sail, so who knows, it could end up motor sail all the way. Because at the moment we're motor sailing along and the wind angle is 30
Yeah,
degrees.
because we had beautiful wind, turned the engine off.
And then it has come and headed us again.
Yeah,
So it may head us all right, who knows.
so from here we're looking at about a 60 nautical mile run to Devon.
Yeah, I'm guesstimating sometime around 10 to 11 p.m. tonight.
But times just like this, when we decide that we're going to continue on and we're going to be sailing at night, I have pre-prepared some meals so I can defrost them, just warm them up, and we've got them on the run. So this one is a Thai green curry chicken. All done. So of course we've decided that we're going to sail on, which will be a night passage, and we went through our checkpoints as we normally do, and Rob has found that the bulbs are out, or one bulb is out in the nav lights on the bow. So yes, underway, he's repairing the lights.
Now have nav lights again. We actually did have light. We had a port, but our green starboard wasn't working. Nothing like a bit of magic spray. Got a spare, wasn't needed. So
Just a dirty terminal, was it?
yeah, dirty terminal, and that's why you check before night time.
Land a ho, skipper.
Masthead Island, ho! We got here at a pretty good time. It's just past 1 o'clock.
Coffee and cake time.
Coffee and cake time. By navionics, we would be anchoring up around 2:30 in behind Hollomays Reef. But we're still debating whether we just keep going and get on all the way to Great Kevil. What do you think, sweetie?
Yeah, you know, it's not going to be a hard night watch all the way through, and it's not going to be all night either. We'll probably be in by 10, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, between 10 and 11.
So
It means coming into an anchorage in the dark, but we've been to Great Kevil, so
it's sandy, it's a big entrance, and we can get on in, have a glass of wine each to celebrate the passage, have a sleep in the morning.
and then probably tuck in a little bit closer, ready for the strong southeasterlies that are coming over the weekend.
Masthead Island is a beautiful coral cay with extensive reef around it. It's very popular for fishermen and also for camping during the camping season. It is national park, so a permit's required, but it's very close to Gladstone. So we've counted, what, 12 odd little boats out here at the moment, Rob, fishing?
Yeah. They're
So-
everywhere.
Yeah, they are, which is great because they're out enjoying their national park as well as feeding their family. Hopefully, if they're catching fish, that is.
Yeah, we've anchored here before on one of our trips south, just over. The reef comes out a fair way from the island.
Fish, Rob. Fish on. Sorry, guys. Get back to you in a moment. That's a good sound. Fish is on. Whoa. Wear him out.
There it is back there, look.
Yep, I see it.
Still making line.
Whoa. Come on, bring him in, Rob.
Got to put some line out.
Yeah. Arms burning yet, mate?
Yeah, he's tuna of some sort.
Oh, he does not want to be attached to you.
He's going to get angry when he sees the boat.
Real angry. Well, he'll be feeling those vibrations more now from the...
Yeah, he's still doing a gas water.
Yeah, I can get a gaff if you want me to get a gaff. Hang on. Look at that.
Great sport getting him in.
Beautiful.
You can just hang around there.
Stick that towel in there with him. Yeah, stick it in there. I know you've washed the towel.
I've just washed this
I know
towel.
you've just washed the towel. Stick it in there.
Okay, Karen, what's your plans for these?
Oh, some sashimi. So raw fish. There's beautiful fillets of that's one side with the bloodline cut out and the bones. So we'll slice it real thin, have it with some wasabi and some soy sauce. Maybe that dinner that I got out earlier isn't needed.
And I guess we're still going to get some crab bait out of it anyway.
We are. We've got some nice frames and a couple of heads.
Okay, we've got sunset coming up. We're going to be motoring into the night. We've still got no wind.
No, this at least has stopped the boredom, hasn't it?
So I better let you finish before you're out of light.
Oh yeah, okay.
Motor sailing into the sunset towards Great Keppel Island. Still very, very little wind. Just sort of enough to hold the staysail and the main. Motoring across flat seas. There's Barren Island ahead of us. Great Keppel is further on. Not seeing much because we've got just a red light on for night vision. Karen's sitting in the corner there eating her passage meal.
Life vest on. Cabled on to the boat. Such a romantic dinner for two.
We've got a plotter going, and out there is the very last of the sunset light. And we've got about 4 hours left to run into anchoring up at Great Keppel. 10:29 p.m. Anchor's down. We're all set. We're all dug in nicely on the north side of Great Keppel Island. We've come in the dark and just made sure we're safe, and we'll sort out exactly where we want to anchor tomorrow. But in the meantime, nice glass of red for post-passage celebration, and then I think it's going to be bed.
So how long was the passage overall today?
We did it in 2 legs, so we're talking 90 something nautical mile.
Yeah.
And it took us 16 hours. Average of 6 knots.
It was a pretty boring passage, wasn't it?
Other than catching big
other
fat
than
fish.
2 fish. That's
and
3 fish. One decided to jump off the line.
And having dolphins on the bow and seeing
dolphins on
marlins
the
jump in the
bow
water and
yeah, but when it
sail
comes
past
to
beautiful coral
wind,
atolls.
it comes to wind and
It was a beautiful motoring day.
beautiful motoring day. That's all we can say.
It was a beautiful flat sea motoring day.
Yeah. If you're going to have a motoring day, let's have flat seas so we make the most of it.
Oh, here we are now at Great Keppel, which is one of our favourite stops on the coast.
It is. It's beautiful. Can't wait to explore.
Hi everyone, today we're going to make sushi for lunch because Rob has caught more crab and we have some beautiful avocado that have just ripened. I've just recently bought one of these contraptions. I've never used it before. Normally I just make it freehand and then roll it up. So let's see how I go with making it in one of these, but everyone tells me they're easy. So I've already boiled my rice and I've let it cool. So here we go. Just spoon this in. Push it into our little trough that's in the bottom of this thing. I'll be surprised if this is easier than doing it by hand, but you never know. Apparently it is. And then this one. This is going to get messy, I can see, because I can't keep things in small areas like this. I'm a bit of a messy cook. Anyway, let's see how we go. Alright, and in with crab. We probably end up with more crab than we do rice in some of ours when I hand make them, so this is probably going to be a little bit fairer. Right, we'll just do a crab one first. Apparently the idea is that you push this down so it doesn't fall out. And then push it down. Up. Wow, there you go. Did work. Well, sort of. Just the end of it, just. Alright. So with your sushi, pop it on your mat, shiny side down. That's for good looks. Turn it around this way, seeing that edge is slightly broken. We'll pop this out. Not bad. Going to be smaller than what we normally have them, which is probably not a bad thing. Alright. So, wetting the edge and putting it up, wetting the back edge. Nice and tight. Just dampening those edges and rolling it. There we have our first sushi. it's okay, this little contraption, and I bought it from an Asian store, one of those cheap stores that have got, you know, all the latest gadgets, and I think it was $2. This time I'll put avocado in. These avocados now are 19 days, and these ones have just started to ripen. So buying them in different levels of ripeness is always really good. See whether I can put this one out on the sushi wrap. Shiny side down. I'll have to make that bit by hand. It's all good. Alright. Well, that looks not too bad. You see I've got my sushi mat there. I actually find it easier just to roll it by hand, keeping it nice and firm. And there we go. There's our next sushi roll. So I'm making them with fresh crab and fresh avocado at the moment. We can use canned. So these come in really handy when you can use, you know, canned tuna, canned chicken, all those sorts of bits and bobs that you have in your pantry, and you've still got a really yummy and nutritious lunch. So with sushi, you've got to have wasabi, and I make my wasabi from powder. So 3 teaspoons of wasabi paste to 2 teaspoons of cold water. And Darren and Martin, if you're listening, thank you so much for providing the wasabi powder. It's been absolutely brilliant. Again, carrying fresh wasabi on the boat is really difficult. So just mix this up. Now, it doesn't look very much at the moment, it looks very watery. But if you pop it into the fridge, it will firm up. And then 1 minute prior to serving it, you just tip your bowl upside down. And you can use a smaller bowl if you want to actually get it into a rounder shape. So pop it into the fridge for 5 to 15 minutes, covered, and it will firm up. Rob, lunch is ready. Made sushi.
Sounds good to me. I've got to say, these are excellent. Thank you.
If you're enjoying our videos, please make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. It really does help us with YouTube to reach more people. If you also hit the bell button, you'll be notified each time we release a new episode. Come sail with us again soon.